it can be any format that allows for. And it's not discerning the truth. It's discerning what's not the truth.
From the Big Island of Hawaii, welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman, offering relief for all relationships with a focus on anger assessment and resolve.
Aloha. Alex here with Aloha Speaks once again. And today's topic, I have to admit, got me a little worked up. Being closest approximation. The parentheses are the two words, to the truth. And that was inspired, so it's closest approximation to the truth. There was a discussion on the news about media journalist reporting versus social media influencers' opinions. And it was bolstering, supposed to be bolstering the importance of the media journalists being, needed because they are dedicated to being to the closest approximation to the truth. And this whole discussion went on the whole time with it was never, the original premise was never questioned. There was never any question of like this terminology. Like it was completely acceptable to use the premise of closest approximation to the truth. I'm like, wait a second. Because this is where these words, discernment, comes into play, because I'm thinking in terms of Malama Aloha Pono, because how important it is in my life for some. I mean, even in AA, the 12 steps, right? Or, it can be any format that allows for. And it's not discerning the truth. It's discerning what's not the truth. It's really important for me to be able to distinguish what is not the truth. Closest proximity to the truth. What good does like it's a horseshoe game? I get points or something. It's all illusion. It's this strange. What is going on? And that's out there. How does it impact me? To be approximate to the truth. I don't know unless I look. There are consequences in my life to approximate It doesn't work. When I look at it, it doesn't work. What works in my life is the truth. I have down here, it doesn't cut the mustard. Mustard. I'm like, where does that saying come from? Cut the mustard. Mustard. Is that mustard seed or is that mustard? Because mustard is this soft yellow. It's not difficult to cut it, but it doesn't even cut that approximation to the truth. It doesn't cut the mustard. Not in my life, because I use, and when I wrote it down, Malama Aloha Pono, I was in a hurry. So I put down the M for Malama, A for Aloha, and P for Pono, M-A-P. And I saw it said map. Like it's a map. Because it is. It gives me a map, but what good is it? What good is any map? It has a value, but only if I know where I am on the map. If I don't know where I am, what good is it? So the analogy for a map is where I am, who I am, because the map is this life. The day I am born is where I'm coming from, where I'm going to, the day I die. Now, in between, is it where am I or who am I? There has to be truth at the bottom of this, and it's not cerebral. I want it to be cerebral. It's the propensity, because then it's a distraction, and I can be lazy, and I can get away with things, and all kinds of messy things, and complicated. It's simple. I was having difficulty breathing one day. It was, whoa. I mean, a lot of difficulty breathing. That to me was like getting close to approximation of a breath. That was not working for me. The breath in full, that works. That is life. There cannot be any more simple, can't be any more simple to connect the gratitude. When people talk about, I hear people say, well, peace is possible. The context that I'm hearing people say that is that wars could end. And it's like, well, really? Okay, maybe, but that's the context that they're talking peace being possible. When I hear Prem Rawat talk about peace is possible, it's because it is, because it's already in me. I need to be in touch with that truth. That truth. It's not complicated. By doing Malama Aloha Pono, I can be clear. I can discern that closest approximation doesn't work. I can be really clear. When I listened to this entire conversation, I did not see any clarity. There's a lot of that going on. But it doesn't do me any good unless I see there's a lot of that going on. It's invited in me at all times. That confusion is being presented. I am fortunate to the nth degree. Until next time, aloha. And to close, clicking on the thumbs up icon supports Aloha Speaks, as well as clicking on the free subscribe tab. Mahalo.